109 at 131, 172 60 foot. Pretty horrible 60 foot. So I'm gonna look at the log and see what needs to be adjusted. Run number 2. That felt spicy. I don't know. I feel like it wasn't it because it didn't feel that special. Thank you. Ah, god damn it. How did it go exactly the same? How did it run my 60 foot? I dropped my fucking 60 foot down to a 165 and somehow it still went 11.95. Or 11.195, sorry, 11.195. She just will not give it up. She does not want to give it up. It ran exactly the same as it did the last time. Ow. Alright, yeah, so we'll take a look at the tune. I mean, the slip is... That should have been it, man. That... I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Alright. Probably be the final run of the night. It's 9 o'clock. So... see how she do. I tried, you know, I tried. That's probably like an 11.5 or some bullshit. I feel like it hit boost cut in second gear too. I don't know, whatever. We gave it the best. Thanks. Thank you. Hey guys, what's going on? Alright, so once again, another track day and no tens. So yeah, another good track day. I guess you can say it's successful because nothing broke. I think that's probably the best thing that can come from all this is that the car's been consistent, the car's been making power, the car has been performing well. The only thing that hasn't been performing well is me. I don't know what it is. It's kind of one of the most infuriating / kind of like bittersweet kind of things, you know, double-edged sword, I guess, is that the car's doing great, and I know the potential is there. 130, 131, 132 mile an hour trap. I know it's there. I know the power is there. I just can't drive for crap. So it's like, you know, it's annoying when I, you know, I'll have like a 1.78 60 foot and run like 11.1. And I'm like, oh, great, I know that I can do at least a 1.6 60 foot. And so if I'm doing 11.1 with a 1.7, if I can do a 1.6, it should be good. And I'll go do a 1.6 and I'll still run 11.1. And I don't know. So anyways, you know, once again, everyone's favorite time of the video, excuse time. It's not really excuse time. It's me trying to figure out, it's my thought process of like, what am I doing wrong? How do I improve? How do I change it? So, like, it was really boggling my mind how the 60 foot could be so much better, and then the elapsed time could be practically the same. And, oh, little shop cat down there. Where'd you go? Got a little shop buddy there. Fed him once, and I guess he's mine now. Or I'm his. I don't know how that works. I've already got like 4 cats that actually belong to me. Did need another one. Did need a 5th one. Anyways, back to the video. So yeah, running practically the exact same elapsed time while having different 60 foots was really boggling my mind. So I really started digging into that. The only thing I can figure out is the shifting differently, and even the launch, the first shift, the 1-2 seems to be the one where there's the most discrepancy, because each time I seem to shift at a different time. He's just going to town with my legs down there. I can't, so it's like, it's that whole time-based thing, and I know I keep bringing it up. It's great because it's consistent. The 60 foot's always great, but I don't know how long I should hold it, because it's hard for me to tell, you know, when it's over, you know. I don't know. So you know, once again, looking at these logs, I'm not gonna change lenses this time, but main thing I've noticed looking at the logs here is, this is first gear launch, this is RPM. I shifted at 7,500, which was about 300 short of when the time-based thing ends. And that was a 1.65 60 foot, so I mean, that was a decent 60 foot. I probably, if I just stayed in gear a little bit longer, it would have helped second gear. Second gear where there's the most issue. Because you can see this, this dark line here, this thick line, this is boost. So you can see by shifting early, there's no boost, no boost, no boost, and boost doesn't hit peak boost, which is about 34 psi, until, you know, 6,500, until way later in the gear. Uh, so I mean we have from 4,000 to 6,000 where we're just kind of really no boost, no boost, no boost. Um, Main issue is that the car just doesn't really make boost down there. The car does not spool the turbo from about 4,000 until about like 5,000. About 5,000 it starts to make boost. 5,000 it'll make about 26, 27 psi, which is about where this is. About 5,000. This is 5,500, and it's at 22 psi. That's about normal, especially since I put the new, the new wastegate housing on there, or the new turbo housing on there. I switched from a .63 to or a .62 to a .63, or a .62 to a .83 housing. So it does spool a little bit later, but I think it makes a big difference on the big end because before the car was trapping about 126 on 33 psi, and now it's trapping about 130 on 33 psi. So it's definitely helped, except it kind of hurt the bottom end, which I think we can fix that. So, like I said, the main issue here, even on these other runs where this was 11.1, this was 11.1, and then this was a 11.2. This run, same kind of thing. Shift kind of early, shifted at 7,800, so at least I waited for the time-based stuff to stop. Still shifted way too early. Ended up at 4,600 in second gear. And once again, this takes a long time for boost to kind of kick back in. So what I noticed looking at the time slips is that my 60 foot will be consistent, and everything after the 8th mile will be consistent, but my 330 was all over the place. My 330 was very, very sporadic, very kind of... so yeah, the 330 we got a 5, a 496, a 4968. I guess it's not that sporadic. 4961. And then we got... And the 8s are pretty consistent too. But yeah, I still feel like it's the 330. The 330 is making a big kind of a... It's where the error is happening, or where the problem really is. Because 330's all the way out here, part way into third gear. So yeah, I think the main thing is I just need to kind of figure out some better shifting. One of the things I notice across all the runs is going into second gear, there's a really long time. So this is first gear, this is second gear, and there's a really long time between getting into second gear to when I hit peak boost again. Boost drops off really, really far, and so I noticed that I'm landing at like 4,600. So first and second gear aren't matched very well. So I think what I need to do for first gear is rev out, because I'm only revving out to like 78, 7,900. And in most cases, in most of these runs, I shifted a lot earlier. But I think what I really need to do is rev first gear out to like 8,000, maybe 82, just for the sake of landing into a better power band, more like 5,055 in second gear. That way that'll be more time in this gear and boost, and that'll greatly improve this 330 number. Same kind of thing with second gear. Maybe rev second gear out a little bit further, just for the sake of landing in a better range in third gear. I revved third gear out in one run. That was run number 3. Actually, no, it was run number 2. I revved third gear out further. I revved all the way out to, I want to say 82. No, revved all the way out to 83, and that one. And this run was actually slower than the first run, technically, because the second run had a better 60 foot, but was, ran the same ET, So I think revving out in the higher gears isn't as beneficial, because there's just not really power out there. But I think revving out more in the lower gears makes more sense for the sake of landing, in a better spot in the higher gears. So, the other weird thing that happened is, since switching to the bigger exhaust housing, I have this overboost as it comes into, as the boost ramps in. You know, the boost spikes like 37, 40 psi. I mean, way up there. It comes back down and levels out, but yeah, no matter what I did to the duty table, that spike was still there every single run. That little spike, and even in fourth gear on the third run, I actually hit boost cut because it was running fine, and then for some reason it spiked all the way up to 40 psi and hit boost cut. So this was the 14.2. This was the 11.2, where I actually let out. Well, I guess I didn't let out. It felt like I let out, but I didn't. No, I just kept my foot down. It's still 100% TPS. Yeah. All right. So, anyways, yeah, I felt it hit boost cut, and I guess I just said screw it and kept going. I did let out early, which is why it only trapped 126 as opposed to 130, because I did let out a little bit before the trap. That could have been a good run, I guess, if I'd stayed in it, but I felt that boost cut and thought the engine would let go, so I just decided to let out. I should have stayed in it though. It probably would have been like a 11.0 if I had stayed in it. The other runs, like I said, run 1 and 2. Run 1 was decent. I was really hoping that run 1 was going to be the worst run of the night, and it would just get progressively better, but the exact opposite happened. What I probably should have did, honestly, is I probably should have just left everything exactly the same and just ran again. But brain starts doing stuff, and you want to change stuff, and that's what I did, and it didn't work out for me. So yeah, the other thing I need to do is really get the boost by mile per hour set up. I didn't run it this time because I have an issue with the speed sensor. It's not reading it's reading somewhat accurate, but not very accurate. Really high speed, it stops. It kind of clips the signal. I think the issue is I have the gap on the sensor to the stud set too wide, so it's not picking up signal very well. So I need to adjust that, and then once that's adjusted, I'll probably switch to boost by speed. That way I can limit boost in first and probably part of second. Probably mostly just first. Yeah, other than that, I don't know. Not a whole lot of excuses there, just or not a whole lot of examples. Like I said, the car is running great. It's doing everything it's supposed to be doing. The main issue is mainly me. I just can't drive for shit. It's I'm not a very consistent. Well, it's weird. The car is consistent. I'm not very consistent. It's the weirdest thing. The ET ends up being the same almost every single time, but the 60-foot varies and the 330 varies, and it's just, I don't know. So yeah, I guess I just need to figure that the frick out. Other than that, I think that's about it. Till next time.